G'day Cobbers, CJ Pat here from the Cobber Squad, and I hope you're all having a lovely day or night wherever you may be. Let's go for a trip down memory lane, shall we? Let's take a step back into the past for a second. Let's go back to 2017, a time when Call of Duty World War II wasn't impressing, and there was talks of a free battle royale to play. All you had to do was download the app on your console, apparently. Free? Like as in completely free? No way. How's that even possible? How'd they make money if I'm not paying anything though? There were so many unknowns at the time, but then it made sense that gaming had pretty much carbon copied the mobile app method, letting people through in bulk with mass playership for free. No initial investment needed. And then, let's sell them over time with skins, cosmetics, battle passes, and in-app purchases. While on paper this doesn't sound like it would work, just imagine how many extra gamers, and in Fortnite's case, let's be honest, kids, could now get into gaming without bugging their parents to buy them a game. Smart. Very smart. Let's get more volume in and just edge away at getting their money over time. Smart. I guess the purpose of this video isn't to have a dig at Fortnite at all. Actually, it's much of the opposite. I actually believe that in the modern era of gaming, Fortnite, or Epic Games rather, sticks out as the only reputable game developer that can just get things done with no worries. Even though I played Fortnite for around 4 seasons and I did not like it as much as I've ever loved Call of Duty, nobody can deny that Fortnite and Epic know how to run a game. Constant patches with valuable content that brought players back in. Updates that vaulted specific weapons if need be until they were balanced and re-released. Clear community communication and direction for where the game was headed. Fortnite set a new standard and set themselves apart by showing everyone how it needed to be done. And therein lies the rub, lies the problem, and the greed that followed by other studios. You can imagine that World War II was getting stale. I was just waiting and licking my lips to see Call of Duty's version of Fortnite, of what Fortnite had achieved. And Activision, let me tell you, they were licking their lips too, you best believe. And we all knew it was coming. And oh my gosh, was Warzone a breath of fresh air at the time. It was perfectly timed. And even though Fortnite had the better game and the model at the time, Call of Duty was always going to capture and steal some attention. We've loved it. We've loved it for 15 years. My problem is that Activision and now 343 have seemingly copied this Fortnite model, but all for the wrong reasons. Not for wanting to innovate, but to follow a trend and put profits first. Bad communication, content lacking, slow to patch, slow for anti-cheat. And remember for a second, none of this is Fortnite's fault. Fortnite did it right. Fortnite did it so right that everyone went to copy and turned it into the shamble of modern gaming we have now. It almost feels to me like this free model that revolutionized gaming is also the same thing running it into the ground. It almost feels like because the game is free, this can then be used to lean on in the excuse of, well, the game was free, right? But ask yourself this question just quickly. Would you pay $60 to $100 for Warzone, which is currently free to play, to ensure that content was frequent, amazing, and not buggy? Console performance was not lacking at all, ever. Quality time is put into the game to decide future direction well in advance. Market researchers use better to gauge quality opinions on the game's direction. Not just Twitter posts, but further reaching, asking people after games, giving them surveys in-game for everyone that's playing. Communication from developers that's frequent. They've been much better at this just recently, but still. The thing is, even without paying for these luxuries, they are all investments from a company that would always result in people spending more time and money on the game. Always. This equals more money. But there is a disconnect somewhere. Where? And Halo? Well, Halo looks pretty promising, but again, you can't just give away a free game and rest on the fact that it can be bare without content because, hey, it's free and, hey, it will get content over time. And Halo will probably be amazing in 2 to 3 years. I get that. I know it'll be. But picture this for a second. Hear me out. I came from an era where I paid $60 for a complete game. Sure, there were probably network errors, worse internet, but the game was complete, and I paid for map packs that were worth paying for. They were worth buying. I don't care if it's free. I got what I paid for, and I would have paid more at the time if it was asked of me. I can promise you in a heartbeat that I would fork over $60 to $100 easily for a complete experience in this era of gaming. You are not paying anything if the investment far outweighs the quality time you actually get from your experience. I think people are missing this. How am I the only one seeing this? I think we've become okay with a fast food approach to our video games, and this is dangerous. We should be happy to pay for better. But we, as well as these studios, got greedy with the idea. And what was meant to be our saving grace has just been a way for companies to want to maximize profits. In the past, at least as a paying customer, you got a product that was worth paying for. And that put pressure on drive and people getting their dollars worth from a product because they are a paying customer that needs to be respected and retained. But now, you've got a free experience which has no drive because of the hey, it's free excuse. And people should be happy because they haven't paid anything to fall back on if need be. It almost creates a pit of potential excuses. Not that this is always happening, but I'm just saying, $60 to $100 really is a small price to pay for quality and completedness. I think you'd all agree. And I can promise you, there was much more quality before. Overall, please just hear me out. The in-app purchases model does not work for video games that are trying to give out experiences and keep people hooked for a long time. It may work for small, fill your mind quickly on the train on the way to and from work type of apps and games, but not here in this current climate of gaming. It will only work if the same level of love, care, and attention is given, the same way Fortnite gave their game and are still giving it. And what gets me is, this is perfect for maximizing profits too. So why isn't it being done for Warzone or Halo? Why are they blind to how well Fortnite did it? I see it all the time. Why can't they see it? Being rushed is one reason, being the next to market. The biggest reason though, I think, for Call of Duty, in all honesty, is terrible workplace culture. This topic, by the way, is definitely coming in its own longer video because it needs time. Subscribe if you're interested. That'll be on its way soon. You have to remember that culture is everything in a workplace. I mean everything. If shit is at the top, it's going to flow down and spread like cancer. And I'm not joking with that statement or over-exaggerating in the slightest. Anyone here who has any business experience at all will vouch for this. A fixed culture is a turning point. If you've made it this far into the video, thank you. You are a real one. And I'll leave you with this. From my 5 years in the commerce world so far, the only thing in this world worth more than money is time, especially quality time. And people, you and I, are fed up giving their quality time to an inferior product, which we could have just paid for. See you guys.